In this lesson, you will learn how to create a quote in your Flex system. Step 1. On the New menu in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, click New Quote. Step 2. Fill in the necessary information. If you leave the quote number field blank, the quote number will automatically be generated based on your system settings. But if you need to enter a quote number manually, then you can do that here. Give the quote a name. The default status is Inquiry, but this can be changed in your system settings. The Account Manager field will automatically fill with your information since you are creating the quote. But you can change this information if needed by clicking on the binoculars icon and choosing a new name. Choose a ship date and time, and a return date and time. You can choose a department if you have multiple departments set up in your system. And you can change the default time that this quote uses. If you leave this blank, the default time will automatically be calculated based on the ship date and the return date. But say for example you negotiated the price to be based on only 2 days, even though the equipment will be out of your warehouse for 5 days. You can enter 2 here and price calculations will be based on 2 days. You can also choose the default pricing model and a referral source if you want. The warehouse location will also automatically fill with your home base information, but you can change this if you need to. Fill in the client information by either clicking on the binoculars icon to search, or just start typing their name and it will automatically fill. This also works in the next few fields. You can even add detailed dates and times for load in, show start, and load out. You can add deposit and customer PO information as well, and the color code is how the status will appear on your calendar. You can also add notes that will be included with this quote. Click Accept and the quote will open. The top of the quote area is called the header block and contains the information that you just entered. You can edit these header items directly from the quote. In the client field, you can click and type new information or double-click to change the client. The same goes for the venue area. The other options can be edited by either typing into the field or selecting a new option. The detail block will contain all the item and pricing information when you start building a quote. You can adjust the size of the columns as needed. The total block is at the very bottom of the quote and can be visible or hidden with the plus and minus buttons. You can also hide the header block to have a larger detail block when building the quote. The workbench menu is full of options for the quote. We will go over many of these options in the next few lessons. To delete a quote, click Delete this quote in the workbench menu, then click I agree, then delete. If you have any questions about creating a quote, please email support@flexrentalsolutions.com.